Hey you guys, it's Lindsay with Camellia Alise Academy, and today I want to talk to you guys about 10 of the most frequently asked questions that people have before they get into the spa beauty business, right? So every day I work with different entrepreneurs who are thinking about getting started, but there are certain things that they always have questions over and over again. So I'm sure that some of you guys have the same questions, and so I'm going to be going over those with you today. The first one, I've talked about this quite frequently, and there is another video on my YouTube page that I just talked about this. But the first one is, how much money do I need to open the spa, right? How much money do I need? And of course, that's going to vary by the size, the location, and I kind of talked in a previous video about how to break those costs down, but it is an important question. You definitely need to budget for it. But of course, that's going to depend on all those different factors. So definitely go check that video out if you have more specifics about developing a budget for your startup. So that's the first thing. The second question, and this one is probably the most important one, is what services should I offer, right? At the end of the day, you have to figure out what you're good at, right? Especially if you're going to be doing it by yourself, or what you want to hire for. So is it facials? Is it massages? Is it waxing? Is it laser hair removal? Is it body sculpting? There could be so many different things, but what do you have a knowledge base in? What do you see a need for, right? And what do you want to hire for? If it's not going to be you doing the service, what do you want to hire for? I will tell you though, you want to make sure that you have a mix of high demand services. So I wouldn't, and this is just me, I wouldn't just offer one service getting started. I would have at least two, you guys, at least two services that you can, be profitable with. And if you're an esthetician, it's easy to say you're going to start off with facials and waxing, right? So you have to figure out where your knowledge base is, what you're passionate about, and what you want to be doing day to day. There's a lot more that comes along with it, but also do your research. Are there 100 wax studios in your city or in your area, but only one laser studio? That might be your answer, right? Where is the need and where is your passion? That's what's going to help you figure out your menu. The next one, this one is so important, you guys. The next one is, do I need a business plan? Okay, so question number 3 is, do I need a business plan? And the answer is absolutely yes. Okay, your business plan is what's going to outline your vision, your services, your target market, your financial projections, and your growth and marketing strategy. Now, there is a way. I have a very efficient 1-page business plan that I started off with, and then I built from there, right? So there is a way to do 1 or 2 sentences on each of those things instead of like going nuts and saying, I need to write a whole 30-page program. You don't necessarily have to do that, right? So don't stress yourself out doing that, but you have to start somewhere. You may start with 1 or 2 pages and then grow from there, but you need a plan. You need to figure out exactly what you're trying to do and put it down on paper. It's great to say, I'm going to open a spa, but you need to have a business plan, okay? The next question, this one I get asked a lot as well. How do I find the right location? Okay, so you definitely want to choose a place that has accessibility, right? It's easy for your clients to get to. I would definitely say a place with foot traffic, and then also a place that's visible, right? Now, when I say visible, it may be that you're in a salon suite and you're not going to be at the front door, right? But you're in a space where people are coming to look for beauty services. That might be visible to you, right? So there could be a lot of different factors that go into it. But one thing I'm going to recommend that you do that a lot of people don't necessarily do is go to the SBDC, the Small Business Development Council, in your local area, and they normally have a librarian that can pull up demographics for you. Okay, so let's say you're offering a laser hair removal service and it's $350 a client, right? Well, if you're looking on a map and the average income in that area is $25,000, nobody's coming to you for that laser treatment at that price, right? So you probably want to have your location in a different area, or you're going to have to charge a lot less to get clients in. So you have to do research on the demographic, the age, the average income level, where you're going to be, because that's going to help you decide if that's a good location for you. Okay. Also, you guys, prioritize places that are complementary or already have businesses that are complementary to what you're doing. So if you see there's a really nice gym and you want to open a spa, that might be a good location for you, right? Or you see there's a really nice salon, because those things actually help to drive your clientele, right? So look for areas like that, but also definitely get a real estate agent. I'm telling you, when it comes to lease negotiations and things of that sort, you have to have an agent for sure. Okay. Question number 5. I'm going to do my top 10. Question number 5, and I've talked about this probably 3 or 4 times in the last 2 months. What licenses and permits do I need? If you still have that question, go back about 3 videos and I break down what licenses are needed, what permits are needed. Just because you have an LLC does not mean you have a permit to open a spa. It is going to change depending on your state and depending on what services you're offering, but I definitely did a very thorough video on that, so definitely check that one out. Okay, now this one is really important. How do I hire and train staff? Okay, now at the end of the day, if you're opening a spa, it's not just going to be you, right? You're not going to be a solo person forever. So you want to make sure that you hire licensed and experienced professionals who align with your brand values, who align with your culture. And when you're telling them the vision of what you're doing, they're excited about it. Okay, so that's one of the things I look for when I hire. Providing ongoing training, right, to ensure that they are offering consistent high quality service delivery is extremely important, but that can come in many different ways. That can be from your expertise. You know, you teach them constantly things that worked well for you, but it could also be online trainings. One of my staff members, and I do say like experienced professionals, but a lot of times my facial specialists are coming right out of school, and I love it because that is something I can teach, right? So I'm excited to have someone new to train them on what I do, what works, and then let them create, you know, this amazing flavor or spin on it, right? So when I hire someone new, I definitely look at local workshops. I actually, you know, pulled up like a gua sha, you know, workshop and said, hey, you should go here. This might be something you're interested in. I've also done things like online trainings, but there's a lot of different ways to train them. But when you're hiring them, the one thing I say is hire slow, fire fast. If it's not working, they're not mixing with your culture, then, you know, you have to make some changes, because I say this all the time. If someone comes into Camellia Alise and gets a bad facial with, I don't know, Judy, they're not going to say, oh, Judy was horrible. They're going to say Camellia Alise is horrible. So it's all about your brand, your business, and the consistency. And if you're not able to give clients good service over and over again, it's going to show and you're going to lose business. Okay. The next question that I get a lot, and I am going to recap this for you as well, but the next question, and this one I get very, very often, is how do I attract my first clients, right? When it comes to opening a new business, you guys have to do a lot. First of all, you need to promote on social media, okay? Partner with local businesses that can help you spread the word and that already have, you know, some of your potential clientele. You definitely want to offer grand opening and introduction specials so that people are able to come in and experience it without breaking the pocket, right? Initially, you're trying me out, so I'm going to give you a discount, right? And then once you love it, I know you're going to come back and you're going to pay full price. And then also, you guys, encourage satisfied clients to leave reviews and get testimonies from them, because that's how you're going to build trust and credibility and get more people coming in the door. It takes a lot. Initially, people always think, oh, I'm excited, I'm going to tell my family and friends, and then I'm going to be busy. Your family and friends are not going to help you make 6 and 7 figures. You've got to push beyond that, which means a lot of work initially to get people to know that you're opening this new business. But once you start with that flow and you know what's working, how did you hear about us? Okay, my Facebook ads are working really well, or my Instagram ads or Instagram posts are working really well. Let me lean into that some more. Okay. All right. Question number 8 is, how do I stand out in a competitive market? Okay. You guys, at the end of the day, and this one is definitely a resounding question, but also a resounding solution that I talk about in many of my videos. Create a unique client experience that leaves them wanting more. You have to do something different. They can go to a million different people for a facial, right? But what sets you apart? Is it your expertise? Is it your exceptional customer service? Is it the personalized treatments? Is it the amenities? I'm telling you that the ambiance here is one of the things. I very rarely make it through a week without at least 5 to 10 people telling me how amazing it smells and how good they feel walking in the door. It takes work on the front end, but once it's done, it's done. It's easy to set that experience so that clients want to come back more and more. Okay. So just make sure that you're consistently doing that. That is what's going to make you stand apart. Yes, I can get a facial from anywhere, but it's not just the facial. It's that this person did great customer service. It's that this person used amazing products. I saw a transformation in my skin, but not only that, when I walk in the door, I'm so relaxed. I'm calm. I love the way it smells. All of those things play into the clients wanting to come back more and more and to tell other people about you so that you get more business. Okay. All right. Last 2 questions I have for you guys. The 9th question is, how do I manage operational costs? You guys, you have to monitor your expenses closely. Okay. You have to budget. You have to negotiate with vendors. If you know that, let's say SkinScript, right, is who you're going to do your skincare with, well, then you need to talk to them about sales, about buying things in bulk. If I buy 20 of these instead of 1, do I get a bigger discount, right? You have to talk to all of your vendors. That's just like your light bill, right? Our light bill here. Every year or so, I'm looking at different light bills. You know, am I paying a good rate? Do I need to change it? You have to negotiate with your vendors. You also want to make sure that you avoid overstocking products. Now, let me say this. There's going to be times when things are flying off the shelf. There's going to be times when they're slow. It's a seasonal and cyclical business, right? So it goes through different cycles, which is fine. But you don't want to be left at the end of the year with 50 unused bottles of toner. You were buying too many, right? So be conservative when you first get started, and then buy more or less depending on the demand. Okay. Also, use softwares to manage your bookings, your inventories, and your financing, because those are the things, any financial issues, financial efficiency, it's going to make your operational cost go down. Like, yes, you do have to pay for the software, but if you're able to see, hey, and I think Rocket Money, a lot of people think about it for personal expenses, but I actually use it for business. It flags me. It'll say, hey, you spent $300 more this month than you did last month on, I don't know, meals, right? Or it'll say, hey, you spent, $1,000 last month on these skincare products, and this month you spent $3,000. There's a big difference. So you need to have your software so that you can kind of see where those operational costs are going and adjust accordingly. Okay. Then the last one that I wanted to go over with you, and people ask us a lot when it comes to launching their business, but they want to know, can I make a profit in the spa business? And the answer is absolutely yes. Okay. Absolutely, you can. But your success really and truly is going to depend on your strategic planning, quality of services, your client customer care and experience, your retention, your staff. You know, those are going to be the things that are either going to help boost sales or it's going to kill the sales very quickly. And then also something else that helps to make a spa or beauty business more profitable is recurring income. Figure out from day one what kind of things you can offer that make it really, really easy for you to just make money while you're sleeping, right? What are some of those things that you know clients are going to need over and over and over again? Okay, so today we're talking about the 10 frequently asked questions people have when they're starting their business, when they're opening a spa. And so here are those 10 things. How much money do I need to start the spa? What services should I offer, or what should the menu be? Do I need a business plan? How do I find the right location? What licenses and permits do I need? How do I hire and train staff? How do I attract my first client? How do I stand out in a competitive market like this? How do I manage operational costs? And can I make a profit in the spa business? So for more breakdown on each of those things, I hope that I've answered all your questions and I've done it justice. I'm really excited to hear some of you guys' success stories. So if I missed any questions, or if you guys have questions before you dip your toe into this spa industry, feel free to comment below. Thanks.